All right. Let's let Elizabeth sit down and get comfy. You're welcome. Okay. The first thing on the agenda is our cleanup. We have to schedule a date to clean the park. So when is a good time for everybody? And it cannot be Memorial Day weekend.
Someday before winter.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Would you like to be before Memorial Day weekend?
If it is, it'd have to be the weekend before.
So we're looking at a weekend date.
Yeah, I think weekend's best because when the community wants to help, usually they're off on Saturdays, so they'll come out and help. You know, it's hard to do a cleanup, you know, like, I mean, there's only us. That's it, we have for the community call. So I can't do it this Saturday. I have a surprise party for Skylar.
How dare you have a private party?
Right.
Next, the following weekend is the weekend before Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey Bobby, if there's time for the weekend after Memorial Day, I can I'm pretty sure I can get 42 involved.
We could do that. I mean, that would give us time to advertise too.
So
Yeah.
June 5th,
Oh,
we're looking
wait,
at Saturday.
I can't
June
do
5th.
June 5th. I have John Crowley coming.
Could we do it
Well,
on
we
a
could, wait,
Sunday?
we could do June 5th. If we do it early in the day, we could do June 5th.
When I originally had flyers put up, I believe the time was from 9 a.m. until 12.
See, that would work. That would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could do that.
That works for me.
Yeah. Perfect.
So June 5th, Saturday, from 9 until 12.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, plus that gives us a couple weeks to let the community know.
I came because I wanted to help, but I can't help. I can't help in June 5th. And that's okay, it's not on me, but I can put in a flyer.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
that helps right there.
All right.
Yeah, that's like a big help. If you put it in the flyer and say, you know,
I have the
Yeah.
flyers already made. It's just a matter of adjusting the dates.
Yep.
So I can get them printed out nice cardstock. I have the cardstock already as well.
Oh, Molly, this is Jessica from 42 Degrees.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
Molly.
She had planned one before, and then a few of them got sick,
Right.
so they had to cancel it. So,
Do you want to let me know when the flyers are ready, and I'll volunteer to help distribute them around town because I do that.
yeah,
A
Molly's
lot.
on the DDA.
Okay.
Molly is on the DDA, and what she does, like her flyer, she has everything that's going on, so it'll have the date
Okay.
and
Yeah,
the
like-
times, and sponsored by like 42 Degrees, you
Okay.
know, she'll put that on there.
Yeah, like I can double check that info, all the info with you, if
Okay.
you don't mind.
Is the village okay with us adjusting? So when I submitted our last posters to be posted, they were like, okay, well, it does have our name on it, but it doesn't have our logo on it. Are you guys okay with us posting our logos on those flyers?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's totally fine.
Molly, can I get your email address or phone number, whichever is easiest for you?
Can have all of it.
Okay, what's your email address?
The one I actually check is Molly V as in victory @gmail.com.
Molly
Yeah.
at Gmail. Okay, cool. I can probably have those by Wednesday for you.
Oh, okay.
And then,
So
and then all the workers will be asked to work.
I haven't done the flyer for the month of May, so I was gonna do like a May, June one.
Yeah.
Because more of the stuff was at the end of May anyway. And I've been busy, so I would just.
Well, that works for me.
So do something.
We will, I know we have garbage bags left over from the bottle return.
Okay.
So we do have a bunch of those. We have the big construction ones, so we do have those. I think that's all, I mean, bring rakes or whatever, you know.
On the flyer, it does say bring rakes. Oh gosh, rakes, a mask, and a smile. I think that's what it was. And we can donate gloves if gloves are needed. I kind of went and looked at Chopper Park and the
Yeah.
other park. There's
Mill
another,
Pond?
yeah, Mill Pond. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of trash,
No.
which is great. There's not a lot of places for trash
Yeah.
to collect, so that's a positive.
Mhm.
And I didn't see like a lot of sticks or like leaf debris at all either. So I don't know.
It'll take probably with a bunch of us, not even an hour.
Okay.
You know,
Mandy has been over there a couple times to clean it up,
Yeah.
so that's kind of.
Mandy's our citizen that like cleans up the park,
Okay.
so she's always constantly, you know, going by the park, or if one of us are driving by it and we see a bunch of garbage, we'll stop and we'll pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just straightened out the picnic table, somebody had them end up.
Oh, God.
Okay. But we can donate that too. And then as far as like removal of the trash bags, last time American Waste was.
Yeah, we will bring them, since it's Parks and Rec, they will go in our dumpster, or, you know, we'll get rid of them,
Okay.
since it is the village's duty to keep it clean, so.
Okay.
When we had our meeting earlier this winter, we had discussed some bigger projects other than cleanup. Do we
Yes,
still need to do those?
we do need to do those, but that would involve Nick, and I asked if Nick could make the meeting, but Nick could not be here. So we have to compile a list of what needs to be done, because liability purposes, DPW would have to be the ones to do it, you know? I mean, we could get out there and paint, but doing the lines where we park, like the construction part of it and stuff like that, we, you know, they should be doing it, just in case we mess up on somebody's hurt, you know, then that falls on us.
Right. I just didn't know if there were any of those bigger projects that we could also plan to do on the stage.
We
have
We
bodies
probably could, you know? I mean, I know we're all capable of painting, huh?
It's gotta be power washed first.
Yeah, so Nick would have to power wash. Okay, I need a list.
I already provided a list at the last
I
meeting.
know, I don't have it on me, okay? I'll just turn the list into Angie to give to Nick. And we also want to get the basketball court, you know, lines,
there. Okay.
because all the kids that play basketball over there have asked, can you guys please put lines like a real basketball court? So that they can, I mean, it gets packed over there. So I think it'd be cool to do that, you know, so they can play real basketball, you know, instead of guessing. So I will have to give the list to Angie to give to Nick. I did want to talk to him because he knows more about all that stuff that we should be doing. But what we can do is recommend to the council that they release some funds out of Parks and Rec for Nick to get the stuff to fix everything. So that way it gets done, you know, and this year we gotta find the chips too. Who do we contact for the chips? Who did you contact before?
We had gone through Northern A1 Services because there had to be removal of chips. And they had actually found new chips to put down, if I remember correctly.
So should we contact, the GFL or whatever now,
Probably.
and see if they would? Cause I know they have to be special.
I'll get a hold of Nick tomorrow and confirm.
Yeah, cause Nick would know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Cause he always, he was the one on top of truck for all the time. The list of everything, and every couple of years we have to do the chips. That's what we can do is recommend that they do, but I'm not council.
So part of the chips, like refreshes, removing some of the old ones or
No,
all
we
of
get rid of them.
all the old ones?
No,
No?
not all of them,
Okay.
only the top layer.
Oh,
A
the
top layer
okay.
and then put a new fresh top layer
Yep.
down.
Yeah,
I wrote it down as chips refresh.
okay. Yeah, and then there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed.
We power wash, remove the chips, paint, put the new chips down.
And repair.
Yeah, paint, seal, and repair. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
What do you paint? Do you paint the building? Or are we painting this?
We would refresh anything that's got a color to it, and then we have to seal the wooden structure itself, everything.
Okay.
So it can be sprayed with like a Thompson's water seal or anything like that.
And then also at Mill Pond, we noticed that there's things over there that need to be painted back. You know, chipping off and.
Did they ever fix that corner on the building? That metal piece that was missing?
That soffit chunk, to my knowledge, still needs replacement.
I got some, that could be part of cut and just tacked up there for right now. It's brown actually.
Well, might as well just repair it properly and be done with it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's time for it to get done.
yeah, it hasn't been done in a while, so we're gonna just take care of it all, so next year, we won't have all this to do, but the year after that, then it'll have to be up there.
What about sinking nails that are raised?
We have to take care of those too.
Okay.
I noticed there's quite a few of those too. So, yeah. And if Nick needs our help, then we'll help. I mean, how many DPW guys do they have?
We'll have other jobs they have to take care of during the day as well.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So there are a great many things that volunteers will do to facilitate that. Volunteers have historically power washed it,
Mhm.
painted it, helped seal it, raked chips.
Yeah.
DPW will go over and stripe the parking lot.
Yeah,
They'll go over there and do major repairs when it needs to be done. If there's alterations, let's say we're able to locate the wheelchair swing by then.
yeah.
Either DPW or a contractor will be on site in order to take care of that.
Right,
You know, like there's got to be not a curb cut, but there's got to be a log cut out of the way to make a path to get to a wheelchair swing.
right. Yeah, we had somebody approach him years ago about a wheelchair thing. And he was supposed to get one for a while now, so. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. Okay, so,
Do you have access on where to find one of those? Like, have you already found one?
no.
I did actually.
He did, but we had asked a couple of years ago, you know, if she could locate one with the BDA, you know, like, go through the whole options, because they get involved with the park too. And, you know, so. And that sometimes you just gotta take it upon yourself to go research it before, you know? Because everybody else does get busy and all that good stuff. We all have lives outside of this stuff. So, which brings another point here, which we will be discussing. I will be scheduling probably next month another person with me to discuss the pocket park. Because I know that the contractor's coming out to look at the site to see and figure everything out. And that, what the pocket park idea is for little kids under like 10 years old. So parents can just go there and not have to worry about all the bigger kids and stuff. Which is a great idea, especially in subdivision.
Talking about where
The house that's being torn down.
yeah, because that's got no, I talked to the, conservation district, Mark, over
Mhm.
there. He says for us not to buy any flowers, plants, trees,
Yeah,
that they're gonna donate it all.
yeah, well, that's the thing, that we have people that are helping and actually donating and all that to do it, which is a great thing, so it's not gonna be major.
Yeah.
But we'll be discussing that next month, once we get all the information. Because we're doing great right now, but once we get all the information, that'll be on the agenda for our next meeting next month, once, the contractor comes and checks everything out, and says no, then it'll be brought up in Parks and Rec, because it becomes something else that Parks and Rec has to take care of and maintain. So, besides no pond and truck and dirt, we have that.
Are there any updates about the bathrooms? at Town Park this year?
We're gonna be opening them. I sincerely think, after being here for 21 years, and I've seen some of the stuff that's happening in those bathrooms, I think they should be locked at dusk. Just like when the park's supposed to close at dark, but we should lock the bathrooms, and then open them in the morning.
That's what, exactly what they do in Williamsburg. They actually, their township hall, I believe, their workers actually, one of the workers actually goes there every morning, unlocks it.
Yep.
And when they get off shift, they go and lock it up. And that way they don't have to deal with none of the
Vandalism or anything.
vandalism. or
We had
anything.
someone living in it.
It's much easier if things are only open during the day.
Yeah,
Um,
we had we don't know if it was a homeless person or not, with a dog living in there.
What
And
is,
it was, you can imagine,
do we know who will
I,
be
it
open?
would probably be, you think it would be one for somebody who yeah, that would run over there and, you know, unlock it when it gets to work.
It'll either be DPW or DPS.
Oh, yeah, Department of Public Safety could do it too.
And then would we get a contractor to clean them?
I don't know. All I know is last year was it? What, the last time they were open was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? And Harley went in there to clean it out. And it was bad. So,
Somebody was doing artwork with,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I don't know if we would hire somebody or not. I know it'll be volunteers. Mandy has volunteered to clean the park and take care of it. And that's usually what we have done for years. Is the community comes together and they volunteer and they just go over and clean it up and take care of it. So that's usually how we do it. It saves the village money. And it gets done.
It's a good job, volunteers.
Not really. All of us have been doing a lot for the community that we don't get paid for. We're volunteers and we do it because we love our community and we care about it. So we get out there and do it.
But it would be nice to have a vision for future growth
Yes.
with maybe like a park, like a paid Parks and Rec person.
Oh, yeah.
That is like administrates or does the custodial or
Yeah, 'cause
does
that's
a
what we do.
lock up or whatever. I mean, that would be kind of neat if we can add more parks into the community, you know what I mean? Like they're
Right.
then having a,
Yeah, they're
like
gonna
a
have
go-to
someone.
person to
Yeah.
administrate all of that. That would be really cool.
It would be awesome.
How many weeks are the bathrooms open for?
We only open them up, we haven't opened them in years because of the destruction and, I mean, there's been stuff broken in them,
Uh-huh.
you know, all kinds of things. So we haven't had them open. We've had porta potties there,
Okay.
you know.
So how long do you plan on them being open for? Like up until?
Probably spring until
Labor Day?
fall, or, well, the snow flies,
Okay.
you know. I won't say till fall because,
It's hard to
I
say.
mean, you could have nice weather in October, November,
Yeah.
you know. So I would think
The
closing
seasons
them
are
up
getting
once the
weird.
snow flies.
Generally, it's been almost like a Memorial Day to Labor Day thing for an open park,
Yeah.
you know, where we're
It's probably a good guideline.
we're going there and actively, you know, trash cans are out,
Yeah.
things
that's
are
another thing.
removed, you know.
The trash cans need to come out a little sooner. Like when the snow's gone, put those trash cans out, because that's why we end up with so much garbage. Because there's no trash cans.
a lot this past year, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Last fall was really bad.
Yeah.
think everyone lost their minds last
I lost my mind cleaning it. I'm like, what kind of parent throws a dirty diaper over here, you know? I'm like,
Yeah.
God, put it in your car and go to the car wash and dump it off in the garbage or something, you know? Yeah, it was bad.
I know that, and that volunteers make our parks as successful as they are, which is really great. I just thinking if we have some room in our budget, it might be worth our time to explore,
We have,
even just like a basic.
yeah, we have a very small budget for this. We would have to go to the council and basically ask for more money, you know?
I mean,
mean,
is there
We'd
a
have to
reason that we
price out what it would cost us a year for somebody to go in and like, you know, maintain it and be there to do all of it. Find out what it would cost and call like other communities, you know, that have under 10,000 people and find out what they pay if they have them, you know. And then compare the prices and then approach the council for that. That's just like what we did at the state park. We approached the board and we made it very clear. We want it in a line item, separate from Parks and Rec, so it does not get taken and used for the park, or, you know, for something else.
Right.
You know, it goes directly into a state park fund. So that way, that's for the kids to raise money for a skate park.
It'd be nice if the budget also put money into that.
Yeah, they refused when we, I was not on council, I was part of the
Did they
kids.
think that there wasn't enough community
No,
desire?
no, it was the fact that we couldn't afford it back then.
Yeah.
The village could not afford to do anything for it. When the kids, this whole room was filled with parents and kids, myself, and we approached the board and asked the board if we could go to the skate park. And we were told directly that we would have to fundraise for it, and they would let us, they asked us locations. We gave them 2 locations that we knew of in the village, which would have been the property in the municipal parking lot where it's all fenced in, because it's already fenced in, or the hill. They would not do the property because DDA and all that, you know, over there. And they said, okay, if you can come up with the money to take down the hill, dispose of it, and go to skate park, they would work with us to get a skate park like no funds. All fundraising. So that's what they've done, and that's when we made the decision, we need to have a separate line item, because if they raise all this money, we don't want to go on house with it, you know? So, yeah. I mean, the board that we had at that time was great, you know, they understood, they wanted a skate park, they were all for it, as long as we fundraise. I've been fundraising for years.
Yeah.
But then now with that, that money that came in from the state, they're gonna give us $5,000 of it into the skate park fund to help, basically, once we get the hill down, if we need anything done, all that, they would help, donate the $5,000.
Is that something that we're gonna hold on to?
Um,
Staff?
It's getting very close at that, a good possibility. Person to ask is the chair of the skate park committee over there. Because I'm on council now, so I just like, I'm still involved in it heavily, because my kids were young, and were dangled that carrot, you know, oh yeah, skate park, you know, and it never came.
Yeah.
County and, you know, village. So I've been fighting for it since they were kids.
Currently, we are waiting.
13, 14 years old.
Currently, we're waiting on an answer. It looks like we have the material being moved.
Yeah.
So hopefully by next month's council meeting, I'll have a solid answer on what's going on with the hill. So, but it appears that we may have the ability to remove it without going to the original fee that we thought it was going to cost.
There's been people speaking of soil, you know, and the construction waste, because that thing is filled with construction
Good
waste.
person.
So.
Yeah.
It's not the safest hill. I mean, my kids used to slide down it too, and it's eroding to the point where it's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's a liability to the village. Somebody rips their head off on one of those wires that sit through there, you know, or something, yeah, that could be bad.
Maybe we could look into like projects for public spaces, you know, when we get to that point where the hill's removed and really try to do like some community matching fundraising, because we have momentum with, you know, with the model returns
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, you know, like we can prove that the community has invested in fundraising up to this point.
I was amazed.
From what I understand with projects for public places, that's what they like to see, and just photographs and proof that people have already been involved. But I think once you launch one of those, like you have to fundraise within a certain time period as well. So we'd have to like really make sure people knew that was happening and what our goals were, and that they do matching. But I'm not even sure if they're still, I know since I haven't really looked into it since COVID. You know, I'm not really sure whether that.
We're in touch with Tony Hawk Foundation.
That's
And we were told how you have to fundraise, you have to be involved with a government entity in order to even get near the grants.
right.
Which we are, the village council, the village is all willing to do this. We have to have a skate park committee, we have to have skateboarders on that committee. BMXers, you know, rollerbladers, whatever.
Later,
Oh, it's not just gonna be.
It could be me.
Yes.
With some derby team.
Yes.
Okay, good, excellent.
It is not, I had to explain this to somebody, because I'm like, a skate park, what about us who ride bikes and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, first of all, you must not have ever been to a skate park, because there are BMXers, there are rollerbladers, there are scooters, you know, they just call it a skate park.
Right, it's a wheels park.
Yes, basically. So I had to explain that, no, everybody's welcome,
Yeah.
you know, it doesn't matter, as long as you have wheels, you know, go for it.
No, I think we talked about that a little bit, because I was looking that up, like a combo one, where they actually had like a longer track, like on the exterior part.
It's called a pump track.
Yeah, with the ramps and stuff where this, like, I was like, well, this, I don't want a dinky thing. I don't want like a postage stamp.
We
Like,
can
they raise
only-
all this money and then they're like, here's a square for you.
No.
Good job.
That's what the porta potties are sitting on currently.
Yes, because
Like, that was so disappointing.
I never seen so many kids literally go, what? You know where the porta potties or the little square sitting there in the middle? The ex-village council got a grant for $5,000 and that became a skate park.
That was like, there's your skate park.
Yeah.
And it was like, there was some weird thing on it.
Dude,
that
nice
you
for-
could
There was
It's
work
not
on.
snowboarding ramps or
I was
whatever,
like,
Okay.
like
Cause it's all
removable
big,
ones.
it's big enough for.
It is, it's the perfect
So
size for a second
that's
pavilion.
What we wanna
Yeah,
do with that
that's it.
spot is put a pavilion, another pavilion. So that way if there's people sitting over on that one, there's another one.
yeah.
That's what we wanna do. So we're gonna have to get funds for that too. So that's something else we have to
Well,
consider.
I would ask for a quote to have one constructed. Now, there was the Lowe's grant that we were trying to go after and we've missed the window previously.
I forgot about the ones.
So there's grants that will allow that to happen, but somebody has to be on top of it constantly.
Specifically for a pavilion? Okay.
So our other option is, I don't know if anybody would think about checking if any of our truss places would like to donate trusses for that.
That's half the battle right there. If you get the trusses, 4x4s, and then you can go get Amish steel to cover it up instead of having it shingled.
Well, yeah, we don't.
Bear truss, there's a Trevor's Bay truss, so yeah, there's truss places I would.
Although with the cost of lumber right now, I don't know how many
That's-
people are jumping to get,
Yeah.
give donations for
I
lumber.
was just gonna say, I remember we just got.
400% increase.
We just have to find
Something
out
like
what
that,
size and
$13
go
was,
from
yeah,
there.
pricey.
It's very pricey right now.
Yes, it's very pricey. But if we can get donations, that would be beautiful.
Yeah.
So Bobby, your idea you can
I'll
look
go
around
ask
and
them.
see if you can possibly find somebody that would donate.
I've been pretty good about getting donations for other
So we can
things.
get that, figure out the pavilion with the prices and stuff. And then we will come to the board and ask them to give us some money. Because I was told, what's in the budget is there, but it can be changed. We just have to approach them and give them what we need. And then they can adjust the budget and give us what we need.
That's us, right?
That's right. I mean,
Um,
they have no choice.
So
for June, oh, go ahead, Bob.
I talked to Damien, this was a month and a half, 2 months ago, or more. We talked about paint for the park.
Yeah.
And just going around asking our local places, see if
Yeah.
they'd like to donate for that. I think that'd be another option. Cost wise, it would save us and especially if family at home who would like to do things for, the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, Mill Pond's, the majority of it's white pigment everywhere.
Yeah.
Even the swing sets are painted white over there right
Yeah,
now,
it's all
and they need to be repainted badly because I can see the rust spots popping through and whatnot. So they
Yeah.
just need to be cleaned and painted again. The pavilion definitely needs a coat of paint on it.
Yeah, that,
Over
it
at
looks
Mill
like,
Pond?
yeah, that's really
Yeah.
bad over there.
Matte and white,
Yeah.
that's not that hard to get it.
No. Another thing that I wanna back around on that skate park committee, I was approached by my supervisor, Kevin, about the skate park, how he would like to be a part of it. And he knows people that own skate stores in Traverse City, that he would like to bring them on board too, because they help design Traverse City. And they know how to go about doing everything. So I have to give him Damien's information so that he can go through Damien and get that done. So we do have help, again, from 42 degrees, which is a good thing. But he also knows a lot of people that are involved in skateboarding and doing all that stuff. So that would help the kids at Kalkaska a lot. And doesn't matter to me that it's coming from Traverse City because we don't have a skate store here. So that's one more thing I just didn't say.
Wish we did have a skate store here.
I was gonna open one.
I know.
It was, but you know, and now we're open now. Kind of pricey. So basically, June Fest, you wanted to talk about. If you said something and then Bobby.
Yep, I was just gonna say, so it looks like we might actually be pretty busy. Not really so much with the cleanup, but with painting projects.
It possibly could be if we have a paint.
Okay, and then, would we be scrubbing up the bathrooms too? Should we prepare for that for opening?
I would say, I would think it'd be wise if we did, you know, at least get it all ready to go. As long as there's no issues, so that's why I wanted to make it too, because they had a water leak. The pipe burst. So I gotta make sure that that's all been fixed before we even go in and clean up that. I don't want to see any biscuit. Cause I'll tell you, when we took the bottles out, those toilets and sinks are pretty nasty.
They have antifreeze in them.
Yeah, what?
They have antifreeze in them.
Oh,
They
is that
were
why they
winterized.
like- Yes,
I wonder if just color washing them will be good enough for the first round.
That's what I would.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Just go ahead and just power wash them really quickly. I was thinking if there were like if there were set times from like Labor Day to or Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's what like 12 weeks.
Yeah,
That's 12 people, volunteers
Yeah.
every Friday or every Saturday or every Monday.
yeah,
If I could have a set time of when those are open and closing, I could probably get 12 people, one person a week on a Monday. Your community service projects, you're still gonna get paid, but you're gonna go over and clean. So, and I don't
That is
think
awesome.
I don't think that's gonna be that big of a chore. I mean, it's what, 4 toilets and
Yeah,
2
yeah,
sinks?
you've been in there, you've seen what they look like. So,
Yeah, and once they're power washed and just keeping up on them once a week, they
Yeah,
shouldn't get too bad.
No,
unless
and
people
especially
become creative again.
yeah, and as long as we keep them locked at night, we'd be golden, because a lot of the stuff that goes down at Chalker Park, my friend, well, she's moving now, but she lived in the house right in front of Chalker Park.
Uh-huh.
She sees what goes on in that park, like after hours, and when it's dark, this
Yeah.
is before we get cameras up and running and stuff. And yeah, you get some sketchy stuff that would go on over there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it's,
I think it would be really, really easy for me to get 12 people. It's one time.
I
You know
know.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So, I mean, I would do it twice
yeah,
myself. So,
If not, there's Kathy Wilson, who I've been talking to quite a bit. She has probationers that, youth probationers, they have to do community service, and, that would be an awesome thing to get them involved with.
May also be possible to use the jail crew for things as well.
oh yeah, that's right, the
Yeah.
jail crew does it too. I forgot about that.
Well, right now,
They go around and they have to.
they're not allowing the jail crews to do a lot, because that's another thing. Because they're supposed to help with other things, with what Lisa does, but
Yeah,
they're not using jail crews right now. So, but our youth probationers have actually are still able to be used.
okay. Well, that's nice
Now
to
that
meet
you,
you.
Kathy Wilson's number and contact
Okay,
information.
yeah.
Because she's constantly looking for things for them to do. 'Cause
Well, they can be there June 5th and help us do the stuff at the park,
All right, I'll get a hold of her and let her know.
The more the merrier, faster it goes. I mean, we can have crews over there and crews over there and just get it all done.
All right.
And then like eat pizza after. Or use the barbecue grill at Chalker Park and actually have hot dogs or something on the grill,
That'd be awesome. Here, I'll make sure I let her know.
Okay, so.
Jessica, oh, I was just
No,
gonna
go ahead.
say, Jessica, I think that's a really generous offer, for the bathrooms, and I'm not opposed to it. I would just say that, like, see how it goes, and see if like once a week is enough, and like take pictures of the state of the bathroom when you come in, right? Because it has been a few years, so we would want to make sure that it's not too big of a burden for anyone to go in there and volunteer their time.
but at most, I see it taking an hour, and literally our facility is 1 minute drive from there. So,
But I think what she's saying is like, we wouldn't want your volunteers to like walk in there and just be like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
nightmare and I'd rather quit my job and never do this again.
yeah.
I don't think they would. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We wouldn't want to drive anyone
Well,
to
yeah, if
that.
there's something especially gross or like bodily fluids or something, we don't want to put people into a situation that could be dangerous or is like
Yeah, that's
too
true.
much to ask. of a
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that anything can be worse than the bottle return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there for that one. That was,
kind of disgusting.
yeah, oh, yeah, Molly
Those
helped
bag
take
stuff.
the bottles out of the building into the truck, and yeah. People didn't just throw away their bottles. They gave us their trash.
On my shoes,
Oh, it
though.
was bad.
I got rid of a lot of that stuff. I mean, people literally were donating bags of the
Hot
worst.
dog- Hot dog
Yeah.
juice, hot dog, oh,
There
there was
was
that crap that was in there all winter. Yeah, it was bad.
I think
Still,
if we
still,
did,
I mean, she has a point though, because that's still what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still things that would have been worse.
Yes, yes, there is. Yes, there is.
I think that if we were to run in a situation like that, I would also get a call of, oh my God, I'm not gonna do this. And I would just be like, okay, I'll be over and just do it, and if it's like a big mess, just bring more volunteers. Like, come on, you're helping clean for an hour and you're still getting paid, you're getting paid on company time, but you're donating your time. The company is donating their time to the
Right.
village.
Right.
So, thank you for expressing
Awesome
that, but
company.
I know,
I
right?
think that we would be okay.
Awesome company.
but I would need to know like how many weeks, so I know how many volunteers.
I
And,
will
and
ask,
hold them accountable, like, hey, what weekend do you want? And then me build my calendar and set reminders, like, hey, you have a community
Right.
service this week.
I will ask Harley, the president, on when he wants, the dates that he wants to open, like a year. So when,
Mhm.
because he is the one that will set the times and stuff and, you know, how
Okay,
long it'll be open and all that.
okay.
So
And we would know this by the next Parks and Rec
I will ask,
meeting?
I will get a hold of him tonight. I will send him a message and ask him, and I should know by tomorrow or something, because I don't know if he's busy or not, you know, he can answer me till tomorrow. So I should know by tomorrow. I can let you know at work.
Okay, yeah.
So, okay, June 5th, cleanup. Wear dirty clothes. I mean, not dirty, but you know what I mean. Wear clothes that can get dirty. 9 till noon. We will find out when we can power wash, or if we are allowed to get somebody else to power wash, you know.
Can
And
we
get that,
power wash and paint on the same day?
I don't know, but I know somebody
Not
that has,
really.
I know someone who has a power wash that
Yeah.
may be willing to volunteer. That's Eric Hayes.
Like do it early before that.
Yeah,
Before
have
that
him
weekend.
go over, power wash it, and then.
So you have to power wash it, cause I used to paint,
Yeah.
residential and commercial, so if you power wash, you have to let it dry, and that's gonna take probably a day or two.
Yep.
We gotta make sure.
And
it's
I
not
would
gonna rain.
actually do it at least a couple days out. And if it's sunny like today, really nice time, 2
Yeah.
days, it should be fine.
Part of that's also gonna be is the water issue been taken care of, so we can turn the water on and use
Yes,
the power
that's another
washer,
thing
so.
we gotta find out, that's why I wanted to make you there. So we can ask all these questions. But,
If you wanna schedule another meeting during the day, I should be available. Like, if that would make it easier for me.
what I'll do is I'll write Angie and ask her to find out from Nick when he's available. So that way we can meet with Nick to find out all the things we need to find out, you know? And what their responsibility is. And I will ask Kelly who would be the one opening and shutting it, you know, and what times and how long are we gonna have the bathrooms open for, all that stuff, so we have it all. We'll have it all before June 5th.
Okay.
So we know. I mean, as soon as I hear, I will send you an email. You know, somebody an email, you know, somehow an email.
Send some emails.
To the village mail, I will send you all an email, if I can figure out how to add you all. I have to do
I
it off my
hate
phone.
Microsoft Office.
I have to do it off my phone, I cannot do it off the computer and all that. And I'm blind, so I'm like this going. Okay, so that's it, I guess, for now.
Cool.
And we'll figure it all out. Know something by tomorrow. Find out everything.
Yeah, just, give us the updates and,
I will.
if there's anything you need to do between now and then.
All right, sounds good. I adjourn this committee meeting at whatever time it is, so they can't see the clock. 6:44.